Okay, so what we have done last time, guys, we have created our primary region, right? And we have created secondary region. What we have done in the primary region, we have just like a normal, we have Central India or any other region. We have a VNet, we have one VNet, we have a subnet, right? In the subnet, we have a virtual machine, right? And to maintain this virtual machine in a disaster state, we want to replicate our data. So what we have done, we have deployed one recovery vault. This is a Azure recovery vault, recovery service vault. This recovery service recovery vault, what it will do that it will take the disk and replicate to itself his copy, right? The only thing is that if he's tried to replicate from virtual machine to direct recover vault, it will take us too much time to get acknowledged and send a second package. So what we have seen that Microsoft do, we deploy one storage account. This is storage account Microsoft will deploy as a caching storage account. All right, Microsoft deploy as a caching storage account, and what it's do that it's just send instructions, deploy the data, and all the data will be get deployed to this storage account, right? And from the storage account, it will later copy the data to recovery vault. Make sense? And it will keep a copy here in the recovery vault. With any point of time, any disaster happen, then from the disk, it will create a new virtual machine from the disk. This is what we have seen. So what we have done last time, we have deployed two networks. Right. This is what we have consideration. I have a consideration of this. Okay, all machine the stop state. Let me start it. Right. So I have virtual machines, right? I believe that I have taken up this one, VM2, I believe. Which one? No, I have taken this one, my restore virtual machine. So this is I have taken an example, this two virtual machine, right? I have added in the recovery vault. So this is right now in east west. Yes, any questions, guys? Is it with everyone? You guys, you can't see my screen? Sorry, Kiran, can you see that screen? Shravan? Ravinder, can you drop and rejoin, please? Can you see now? Okay, perfect. So this is virtual machine. This is my primary state, and I have deployed in east to west. Now I want to make it sure that I should have a replications. So what I have done, I have deployed a recovery vault. Recovery, recovery service vault. In the recovery service vault, I have deployed in different region. Which region I have deployed? I have deployed in a pair region, which is a US to US, West US, right? And if I want to see that, if I want to add it, what I do that I generally add site enable recovery or a site recovery. Either this one or this one, both are the same page it will take you, right? And once I have added, before adding, what I have done network mapping. So this network, when the virtual machine will get created, so he should know that which network I have to create it. So I have replicated my disk, right? This is my disk has been replicated. Now out of the disk, I want to create a virtual machine. So I should know that this virtual machine should be belongs to which network. So that is called network mapping. So what I have done, I have created one VNet. This is one VNet I have created. Also, I have created one subnet, right? I have created subnet. If required, if energy is there, if I have the energy and at subnet level, I require to deploy energy at subnet level here also and allow the specific IP whichever I want to have it, right? Now, this VNet, this VNet and this VNet has been done a mapping. This mapping has been done. VNet and subnet mapping has been done. Then I also, what I did last time, I have created a policy. What policy do that? It will set how much I want to retain my replication data. How much I want to retain an application. Is it I want to maintain in 24 by 7 or I want to maintain in 24 hours or I want to maintain in 12 hours, right? So that has been defined in the policies. Okay, so this is so far we have done last time. Let me show you here itself. So after adding, where we can see that items, we can see in a protected item, right? We can see in a protected item, we can see that this is a virtual machine is a protected state, and this is a two virtual machine I have added in the ASR. How I added, I simply click on replicate from here, overview, I'll just go and from the sky, and I choose that where is my workload. I choose my workload within Azure. I'll enable the replications, okay, and I have to define the source. Where is my source virtual machine, which virtual machine it will be, and I'll add which virtual machine and start the replication. Once it's done, it will take time to replicate data because it is a 128 or 100 GB data. So that will take time to replicate, right? So approximately 2 to 4 hours it will take to replicate entire virtual machine to another region. Now, if I do any changes, small changes, that will also get replicated, but not all the virtual machine will get replicated. Only difference will be get replicated. All right. So if you see that, just want to show you. If you see the protected status, which means that replication is available for me now. If I click here, I can see that couple of issues. This is due to the I have shut down the virtual machine, so it is now has been replicated the earliest. It is old replication is there. Now, if I click on last recovery point, I can see. Come on, show me. I can see that which are the points I can recover my data in different state. You can see that those are my recovery points. So those points I can recover my data, right? So it has been replication has been done. Now, two things is important here. One is whenever DR happen, I can create a virtual machine from recovery vault, which is this has been replicated, right? But let's say that I done that time and some functionality was missing. The entire application, which is made up of the web tier, database tier, application tier, and might be backup, some other connectivity is important. And when I create a virtual machine, this is DR happen, and I create a virtual machine. So that time I came to know, oh, I forgot to replicate the his on one more part or one more virtual machine, or I forgot to connect the IP whitelisting. I have forgot to do the IP whitelisting. So that time this application won't work, right? So that it will be a problem for me. So at a time, this is a time where is a disaster happen, everyone is panic. Another panic will be that this virtual machine which I have replicated data also not working due to I have not done whitelisting or IPs, right? So overcome this problem, we need to check every 6 months or 3 months or a year. 3 months, within 3 months, 6 months, or within a year. We have to check our DR. We have to check our DR, right? That is called DR drill, or sometimes called test DR, right? So those are the check DR, DR drill, or test DR. Those are the trials, or those are the practice which we do in a corporate environment to just to check that all my DR is working fine, right? Just like example of fire drill. Whenever you're in office, generally fire drill happen. You have to evacuate your office. It is not exactly fire happen, but you have to do the drill. So it is just a drill, right? So how do we get a drill? So there's option called test failure. Can you see that test failure? Test failure will help you to have a drill. So which means it will won't shut down my existing running system. This is my running system is there. It won't impact any running system. It will just do the testing for my entire applications. So that time I don't require to switch my all the workload to my DR side. I just testing out that my application is working or not. Or might be I can do that. I can partially 10% or 5% traffic will send to the my DR drill site, right? So let me do the drill. Let me show you that. As of now, I have only this three virtual machine. When I perform a DR drill test, when I perform test failover, it will ask me to choose that which recovery point you want to do the perform the test failover. So all right, which location you want to do the test failover from the east US to west US? Yes, I want to do it from east US to west US. Which is your latest recovery point? I say that this is what I have a latest recovery point, or I can choose any other which is listed here, right? I can choose any other recovery points. I'll just say that latest one. All right. Let's choose that virtual network where you want to perform a test. Why we are choosing a network again? We already have a map network, but we have a map network for the actual DR, not for test DR. So we can choose any DR network, any network which is in the West US. Or I can choose another network. Let's say that I'll not go in West US. Okay, it's only available in West US. So I can use one virtual network. I click OK. It will start performing a DR. So if I click here, I want to see details. Okay, it's got failed. Something's got failed. Okay, we have reached the core limit. Okay, what it says that this family, which you deploy virtual machine, you don't have a core limit. Okay, but still I want to perform a DR. What I can do that, I'll go back to my virtual machine. In the recovery vault site, I'll go to my protected item, which I try to perform a DR, right? In the compute section, I'll go here in compute section. I can see which virtual machine size I'm deciding. This is what I supposed to have it, and it's automatically taken up this virtual machine size, which I don't want to take it. So I'll just change my size. Any other virtual machine size I can take it up. Let's say that I'll go for D, this one, right? Yeah, I'll get the charger. Why this is getting failed? The size doesn't support in a target location. So what size I can have it in the West US, right? I'm trying to West US. I'll go for subscription. This is my subscription as of now. I'll go for, in the subscription, I'll go for the quota. Let me see that which region I can deploy the things. So I'll just choose West US region. West US or West US 2. Sorry. I think West US itself. So I can deploy virtual machine in A family, T family. Let's see that D family will take it up or not. D DSV2. Let's try this one. Alright, this size has been stored successfully. Now if I'll perform my DR drill, it's a drill, it's not actual DR. I just want to do it for testing. I click here DR drill, test failover. So I'll choose a region, I'll choose a test virtual machine and just select the DR happen. Let's see that any operation failure or anything has happened. So pre-security has been checked. Now creating a new virtual machine. Can you see that? And if I just refresh this one, it will create a new virtual machine in my West US region. As of now, there is no virtual machine available in West US. In a few minutes, there will be one virtual machine will get created. Make sense, guys? Any questions here? Any questions, guys? No questions. Perfect. All right. It's now creating a new virtual machine. Let me refresh. I can see a new virtual machine will be there soon here. Not now. Okay, I just came out by I just came out by mistake and I want to see that where this operation is happening. Either I can go on bell icon and click it here, or I simply go on my recovery vault, and look for the recovery jobs, site recovery jobs. So this is in my progress. So virtual has been created, virtual machine has been, test virtual has been created. Now let's see that virtual machine is created or not. Let me refresh. Not yet. Alright. Meanwhile, I want to show you a disk which we have replicated, how it will looks like. If I go on disk section, I'll see that couple of disks is there, and in end of that disk, it is written the name of virtual machine, this disk, and this is the almost same. In end, it's written as ASR replica. So it has been created a disk for me in the replica state, right? You can see that this. All right, this is done. Let me refresh. I think this is completely done. Sorry, let me refresh. I should see one more virtual machine. Can you see that? This virtual machine has been created by ASR. Virtual machine, restore virtual machine hyphen test. This is a test virtual machine and it is deployed in East US2 region. Make sense, guys? Any questions? Okay, perfect. All right. So this is what we have done. We have perform a DR drill for the drill. But after drill, what we should do now? After drill, everything we will give it this virtual machine which we want to do the drill. We have created a virtual machine from a disk, right? This virtual machine has been created. We'll give it to our application team. They will check it out. Everything is okay. All connectivity is okay. Okay. Any port or any IP void listing is required. They will check it out. They will check the functionality. Everything is okay. They say yes, all are good. Then we'll go to portal and I'll go to recover. I'll go to protected item, replicated item. I'll choose that virtual machine and I will do the cleanup test failover. So I have performed already test failover. I'll do the cleanup. What exactly cleanup will be do that? This virtual machine which I have created for the testing which will automatically get deleted. If I perform a cleanup, it will start deleting the job. It will start deleting virtual machine. The testing has been completed. I'll perform a cleanup. It is submitting a job to deleting the virtual machine. Alright, so once we given a cleanup operation, this virtual machine will soon will get deleted, which already have developer acknowledge that okay, everything is fine, everything is good. Now, let's say that actual DR happen. One day actual DR happen. So we already have doing the practice for test failover. So we can create a new virtual machine from the DR copy replica and virtual machine is ready now. Right? And this virtual machine will be in disaster state, so it won't be available no longer. Now I will switch my all data. I will switch my all data and start getting all the hits here. All the hits are coming here, right? Now earlier I have a 10 GB data here, 10 GB. Now after getting a switch over, I run this business here. It's let's say that 2 months or 3 months. So data become my 12 GB. Where is my more data? Definitely here because it's have a latest data and more data. So what I have it taken up this region for specific region. A specific reason might be this location was near to my company, or might be this location is near to my customer. This is easy to manage, right? So that's why I have choose this region called East US rather than West US, right? So once this site is available back, this site is back, everything is working fine now. What I have to do, I have to replicate back my data to my primary region. It will get replicate data back to my primary region. That is called resynchronization. This is called resynchronization. Make sense? So let me perform our DR first, then we'll perform a resynchronization. So let's refresh. So you can see that cleanup is done, test flavor cleanup is done. Now I can go here in virtual machine. I just refresh it. That -test will be gone. See, you cannot find the West US virtual machine. So let's say that actual DR happened. That day or someday actual DR happened. What I have to do? I have to click on failover. I have to provide a size, provide a location where I have to perform this failover. All right, I'll performing the actual failover. I click OK. Now you'll see that here I'll have another virtual machine which will get created and that will have a similar name to this virtual machine. Similarly, there will be no -test. Why there is no test? Because it's not an actual it's not a DR drill, it's an actual DR. So we want to maintain a name same as a primary region. Right, guys? Any questions so far? Perfect, perfect. All right, let me refresh it. Soon it will be machine will be ready. I'll just check it out failover. What is the state here right now? So it is checking a prerequisite. After that, it will have a failover. It will shut down the virtual machine first. It will shut down my original virtual machine. Why it want to shut down the original virtual machine? In case, you can see that it's deallocating right now. In case current virtual machine is running and the DR virtual machine also running, so that can create a conflict. That can create a conflict because old machine is also running and new virtual machine also running. I know that there's a DR happen, but let's say that DR happen, but suddenly from the backup the virtual machine come back, right? So I don't want to have a conflict. So that to avoid that conflict, it will send an instruction to shut down the existing virtual machine, even it is running state. After the shutdown and deallocated, it will create a new virtual machine with the same name. Right, it's replicating virtual machine, creating a new virtual machine here. Okay, it will take a little time. Right. So, come on. Do it fast. So just refresh the page. I lost that status, what was happening. I want to see the status. I'll go to my monitoring. The monitoring I'll see in the site recovery jobs. This is on in progress. So you can see that new virtual machine has been created. Now it's in creating state. And this virtual machine and this virtual machine have a similar name convention. Only thing is that resource groups are different and region is different. All data inside will be similar data. Right? This is now done. This virtual machine is ready for DR state. Make sense, guys? So this is how we perform a DR. Once DR is done, the virtual machine is ready. This virtual machine, newly created virtual machine is ready. And I feel that, okay, everything's fine. But suddenly developer says that, hey, what we see that data is missing. Can we go one step minus? Whatever the data we have created or replication, can we go to one step minus for the replication? Yes, that time we can go for it. What we can do that, we'll go in protected item. I'll choose that virtual machine, specific virtual machine, which I want to go for one step minus. And I will change recovery point. I'll click on change recovery point. I have taken the latest one and I came to know that from the developer, latest one is not a right one. You should take before the latest one step before the latest one. That scenario, I'll changing a recovery point. So this is the latest one, which is right now currently exist. I'll go one minus, right? 5 minutes before that. Make sense, guys? So it will redeploy the virtual machine with another recovery point. When everything is good, everything is fine, I don't want this recovery points. I don't want to maintain this recovery points. Why? Because my primary region is down. My primary region is down. And I have a secondary region. And in the secondary region, I have created a virtual machine. And that virtual machine is collecting a data. It is not, I don't require old replications, right? So I'll be click on comment button. It will delete your all recovered data, which you have created recovery point, then it will delete that. So I'll just click on OK. Now after that, I won't have any recovery point. Right? Let it comment. Okay. So comment will delete all the my failure because I have just confirmed that everything is fine. So I'll just comment on that. And soon you'll see that all the recovery point will be get deleted here. So that onwards, I cannot able to change my recovery point. Are you good with that, guys? Are you getting that, what I'm trying to explain you? Right? So okay, perfect. Right? Now, I have commented, so whatever the replication was going on earlier, it will stop doing that because it's commented. The situation is commented, right? I don't have a primary locations at all as of now because it's a DR side. DR happened, nothing is there. And after a few days later, right? After a few days later, this site is become alive. This site's become alive. Microsoft fixed the problem. एक मिनट guys, just a minute. All right. So now what I'll do that my site is become active. Microsoft says that okay, we are now okay ready. So what we'll do that we will create. We all actually not required to create. It's already there. It's everything will get restored. In fact, you will find out a virtual machine also there in shutdown state. This virtual machine will be there in the primary region in shutdown state after recovery. But you don't want to use it because you have more data. Earlier it had 10 GB data. After running 1 month, you have more data here. So you have chosen some specific reason for this data center. Might be near to your office, or might be your all data employees will be here, right? So that's why you have chosen this region. So you want to choose this region back again and again. So what you will do that you have to replicate your data back. So to 12 GB, which you have a 2 extra GB, that should be get replicated back to your primary region, old primary region, not a new one, old primary region, right? So what we'll do that in that scenario, we use a resynchronization method. There is a term. We don't need to do that. What we call okay. What we don't need to do that. Network mapping and policies, which already done. I'll just click here after the commenting. Let me refresh. All the comment has been done. Right now I'll just click on reprotect. Sorry, my word, reprotect. So that will be start protecting my new virtual machine. It is not replicating data. It is not replicating. It is just initializing my process like we have done before. So it is just initializing my process and it's saying that okay, my target location will be PDC. This will be a caching storage account. This will be a premium storage account. This will be VNet and target, and you want to create it too. Yes, I'll say okay. I'm fine for that. If you want to do changes, you can simply click on customization. Right, this is my reprotect. After reprotect, I have to do the it. Let it do. Then I'll show you that one also. All right. Okay. Let it done. Okay, it's taking too much time for reprotecting. It's perform a similar all the steps like predicate check, delivering the applications, creating a reporting virtual machine, everything it will do that from the scratch. Oh, I think it will take time to reprotect. So what I'll just do that after reprotecting, it is done. You have to start synchronization back. So what you will do that You will go to your protected item. All right, let's go for the protection. It's enabling protection. After protection enabled, what you have to do, you have to perform manual DR. Considering that if it's disaster happen, if you are reprotection done, then you have to start replicating. It will start replicating data here, or remaining data, which is extra data here, 2 GB will be get replicated here. Then both the side will be equal. Then you have to perform manual DR. So what is that? It's not exactly DR happen. You have to consider that this is DR happen. You have to shut down this virtual machine and perform DR here. So now it's a 12 GB. It is not no more 12 GB, and is a 12 GB, and you have to redirect all the connection. Now this one become my primary region back to normal. All the workloads will come here. Your job is not over here. You have to again start replication. Why? Back to this machine. Why? Because in future again DR happen, then you should be prepared. This is how entire DR process works. So let me quickly do it again. First, you will have a DR. You have a primary region. You will replicate it with the DR, right? This is a step one. Replication will happen. Step two, when DR happen, this machine is down. Let's say this machine is down. So now this will be become active, right? So more data will be here. Now this region is come back. So what you have to do, you have to come back, take your data back to your this machine. So that will be a DR2. Then after that, both times it become equal, you have to shut down this virtual machine, consider the DR happen, and this virtual machine become a normal, right? Now, this machine can also goes down in the future. To avoid this, what you will do that you will again start replicating to this locations. This is step 3. So this will be we are preparing ourselves in case this also DR happen back to again future. Make sense, guys? All right. Any questions, Mahesh, Kiran? No question, Mahesh. Okay, perfect. Now, one important thing, if I have 1,000 virtual machine, sorry, I have closed that one. I have 1,000 virtual machine, I cannot perform go back one by one clicking and perform a DR. It is taking too much time to open a page, and this is a fire on the feed right now because it's a DR happen. All the machine is down. I cannot take a one by one virtual machine and start it one by one, right? So, and what will happen sometimes, I have application which is a 3-tier applications. 3-tier application means I will having my web server, application server, and this will be my database servers. Let's assume database servers comes after 10 minutes. It is shut down, it is not live up, and all the web server and application server is ready. So all the start, it will start taking a request. And since database is not there, customer will get frustrated because their request will not get fulfilled. They're already frustrated because the site was down for the 1 hour. Then after that site is up, now it's not working fine because database is not there. Customer don't know that database is not up right now. So what do I want to make sure that database should come first, then application should come second, and web servers should come in very last, right? I want to maintain this sequence. So what I'll do that, I want to maintain the sequence, and I don't want to start all the 1,000 virtual machine one by one manually, or this 3 virtual machine one by one manually. What I'll use that, I will use one more feature in the site recovery called recovery plan. Can you see that recovery plan? Where is the recovery plan? recovery plan, site recovery plan. In this plan, I'll mention that which virtual machine should come first and which virtual machine should come second. So let's say that website, Flipkart site, right? Entire site. Source will be my this location, destination will be this my locations, and I'll just choose a ARM model. Now I have to select the virtual machine. In this plan, I'll just choose one machine at a time right now. I can choose multiple virtual machine and create a plan. Let's say that I've added 100 virtual machine in the plan at a time. So after creating plan, I'll just show you that. Just give me 1 minute. Right. After having a plan, once I click on test failover or failover, all the virtual machine which is in source all together will get start doing the action, whether it's failover or test failover. Both the option will be work over here, right? Secondly, I want to make sure that whenever I have web server, after the web server should come in last and database server should come in first. So I'll create a groups. I'll just delete this group, all groups. Okay, this is one group is there and one machine is there. I'll create another group, one more group, and in this group, I'll make sure that this one, last one will be my add protected item. I'll add one virtual machine. As of now, I don't have it. So I'll add a virtual machine for web server, and this will be my application server. This will be my database server. So it will follow the sequence. It will go through group 1 first, then group 2 second, then group 3 third, right? So this way it will follow the sequence and I'll be safe that this machine database will come first, then application machine will come second, and third web server will come third. So once web server is up, all the hits start coming and goes to application. Application is already running, and database it goes to database. Database also running. Then entire site will be start working. There will be no stealth entries, right? All right. If I want to make sure that after running a database server, I want to check the connection, then only go to start the application server. So I can add a post scripts. This is called pre-action or post-action. I can add a post-action. In the post-action, I can decide that should run some script. That script I can keep it here, I can write it here, or I can use or call the script from the automation account, right? And I will decide that what it should do that if it's successful then go for the group 2 then group 3 then all will be I can add 100 virtual machine in group 1 100 virtual machine in group 2 100 virtual machine in group 3 there is no limitation at all. Make sense guys? What is a recovery plan? So in simple, recovery plan will be help you to set up the sequence and also help you to all machines should be get trigger all together. It should not be happen one by one. All right. Any questions, guys? Yes, please. Okay. Mahesh, you have a question? Kiran? No question, guys? Perfect. So this is how our DR works. All right. Let's consider I I want to migrate my data from on-premises to Azure. All right. I can use the same tool which is called site recovery tool. This is what I have already explained last time. Let me show you it again. What I'll do that, I'll go to recovery point, recovery vault. I'll choose a site recovery option. This time, rather than choosing virtual machine, I'll choose a VMware if I'm running on-premises VMware, or if I'm running on Hyper-V, I'll choose this option, right? Here, what I have to do, I have to first prepare my infrastructure on premises. What I have to do, I have to select, I have to create my download one OVA file. OVA file is nothing but kind of virtual machine or template virtual machine that will have some data or operating system files and tools will be there. That will I'll install on VMware, and after VMware virtual machine is installation done, what I'll do that I'll add this public key. All right. Once I add the public key, it will start discovering that what are the virtual machine, what are the things are in on-premises, and which one you want to replicate from on-premises to Azure, that you can see in that tools itself. Right? Same way for the Hyper-V. It's almost similar. There's no difference at all. So I'll just choose that. I'll do it later. Source is Hyper-V. Yes. Okay. I'll just go no. System Center no. I'll choose Hyper-V site. Add Hyper-V. I'll just give a name of my Hyper-V, demo Hyper-V. It should be matched with on-premises Hyper-V name. Alright, it is just creating one profiling for me on Azure Recovery Vault. After that, you have to set the target, replication policy, and review. Right, this is we have done. Now adding the Hyper-V, it's similar to what we have downloaded OVA file and do that same. Right, guys? Any questions so far here on the replication? Any questions on our applications? Kiran, Mahesh, Ravindra? Okay. Kiran, Mahesh? Okay, no question. Perfect. All right, guys. So that's all about ASR. I believe that replication has been re-enabled. So protecting and enable. Let me see that. Okay. Protection is re-enabled. Now you can see that this is protection has been re-enabled. If I go to recovery vault, so you can see that the synchronization is right now 0%. So it is resynchronizing from West US to East US, original locations, right? All right, guys. I know I have to upload